Uh, Welcome to Conexio Corporate Insights. In fact, friends, today we'll be talking about Mitsui Chemplast Limited. This is a company which is listed on the Frontline Exchange and has declared very strong Q3 numbers for FY21. In fact, after a very strong quarter, basically not only the top line, the EBITDA, but the profit have increased significantly on a YY basis. We believe that this company has a very strong future, considering the fact that it has consistently delivered very strong operating metrics. In fact, in terms of return on capital employed, return on equity, plus the kind of profitability generated in this quarter gives us a lot of comfort and confidence that the future is also going to be even much brighter and stronger. So without wasting time, I would like to welcome Mr. Manish Dedia ji. Manish ji is the executive joint director of the Mitsui Chemplast. Manish ji, welcome to the show, and we will definitely like to hear from you in short a small summary of what has been the performance in quarter 3 FY21, and then we will have a small Q&A session to discuss the numbers.
Thank you, Avinashi. So talking about the business, last quarter turnover of the company grew by 36% from rupees 36 crore to 49.07 crore year on year. Also, the EBITDA grew from rupees 3.98 crore to rupees 6.25 crore, which showed the upside of 57%. In the same way, our PAT growth was also on a similar lines. In Q3 FY21, PAT was rupees 2.49 crore against rupees 0.81 crore in Q3 FY20, which showed the growth of 207%. Along with this, our margin also got improved. The EBITDA has witnessed improvement by 168 basis point to 12.74%. Also, PAT margin has improved by 282 basis point to 5.07 year on year. I would like to highlight that we have achieved more than 200% growth in our PAT despite a sharp increase in raw material prices. We have seen a 13.5% a steep price increase in our basic raw material price in the last 3.5 months. The price changes in plastic was very frequent. Because of that, we were not able to pass on that to our customers. So that resulted a little lower profit and EBITDA. But yes, we will. I think we will overcome with this in this quarter.
Okay. Manish ji, I want to understand one thing. As you rightly said, the EBITDA growth, the top line growth, the bottom line growth has been very, very strong in Q3 FY21. What have been the main, contributors to this overall top line and EBITDA? In fact, you have got three divisions: molded plastic products, you got the hospital parts business, auto part business. So, can you share, which was the division which contributed to the maximum contribution to the top line and the operating profit?
Yeah. So the my packaging business was growth of rupee. That was contributed 85%,
Okay.
and hospital furniture was 13% in the
Okay.
top line growth, and rest 2% was growth from the automotive and infrastructure, both the sector. So
Okay.
which was infrastructure also was a very low in the COVID situation, and auto also has gone down drastically.
Okay. So basically, you mean the packaging business was the main contributor. Almost
Yes.
85% of the growth in top line and profitability came from there. Can you tell us, Manish ji, now the budget has got over. In the budget this time, for the first time, government has given a very big boost to healthcare. So, since the
Yes.
company operates in a very critical segment, that is hospital parts, so I would like to know from you, in this budget, would you say that in some way, your company could stand benefited, because of all these programs announced by the government?
Yes, definitely. Mitsu will be very much benefited on this. See, the when healthcare government has announced this 65,000 crore over 6 years, which will definitely boost hospital, new hospital coming, the development of the hospitals, even the redevelopment of that hospitals, everywhere this we will require they will require hospital furniture, beds, and other hospital furniture.
Okay.
So
So
definitely,
basically,
it's a big scope.
for you, I think the headroom to grow is quite significant, considering that you all are there in this business for a long time. So it's good to hear that government has also identified this area. Manish ji, what is the current capacity utilization across all your businesses? Like, kitna capacity utilization hoga?
So
Roughly around all the business.
So approximately right now, machine utilization is around 70, 74, 75 percentage.
Okay.
There is a huge scope. I can say huge scope because yes, there is. We are also trying very hard to do lot of things. How can we achieve a more production from the machineries?
Okay. So basically, Manish ji, can you assume that now what is 75%? Can we technically assume that over the next fourth quarter or maybe coming financial year, that is FY22, can we expect that the plant can operate at over 100%, or maybe there will be some constraints on capacity utilization?
At least I can say we this quarter we will try for 85 percentage.
Okay.
And so on. I mean, like we definitely because I think 90% is a saturation, 85 to 90 is a saturation. So I think we'll try for 85% at least.
Yeah, Manish ji, please continue.
Yeah. So that's what I said. I think we in this quarter we will try for 85 percentage.
Okay. And going forward, what has been the kind of current capital expenditure you have incurred for FY21? Like, last year was not very large. I was just seeing your balance sheet. So in the
Yes.
current year, FY21, what has been the capital expenditure? And coming year, do you envisage in FY22 any major capital expenditure?
And not major, but yeah, small. There's a regular expansion will be there. So like some of the machinery to buy or exchange the machinery or something like that. So I
Okay.
think around FY21 will not be. So right now we have expand around. I mean, like in the capital expenditure is around 2.5 cr.
Okay. And next year, what could be the expenditure be like? Like, do you plan routine capital expenditure, or whether it will be some sort of 5 or 6 crores anyway in
So
that region?
so routine expansion is always there, but the plant expansion is not yet been taken place till now. So I think that we will, if we are going ahead with that, we will announce in a shortly.
Okay. No, I'm saying I was just wanting a simple answer from the analyst point of view that, the kind of top line growth you all have recorded in this third quarter, hopefully FY22 also the markets will be looking at a strong top line growth. So do you have adequate capacity to grow, by just doing some routine expenditure? That was what I wanted to know.
Yes. So I mean, like with this capacity, our maximum turnover top line we can go about 250 crores.
Okay, fine.
With
Understood.
this
Thank
kind
you.
of yeah. So I
Okay.
think as an analysis point, I think I have give you the right answer.
Yeah, definitely, Manish ji. Yeah, this was the right answer. uh, Acha, Manish ji, tell me one thing on the operating margin. I was seeing that company has shown a very steady rise on operating margin on a YY basis. Quarterly, you rightly mentioned that there was some raw material cost increase, so margins were slightly under pressure. But if you see the yearly trend, 3-4 years back, what was around 7-8% has gradually now moved about 12%. So now, what is your assessment? In the coming year, that is FY22, hopefully raw material prices remain stable. So will you all be able to maintain the margins, or is there any
So
chance for carrying this forward? Because your track record of improving margins has been quite commendable.
yes. So I think that's a good question. I think we are definitely we will try to improve the better margins for sure. But this price increase was which was a big surprise to us and it was a very frequent. So maybe somewhere you feel like I mean we feel like somewhere it will be in a stable profit. Whatever we have done it in the 2-3 quarters, it will be stable. But rest, I think we'll try to maintain that profit at least.
Okay. Just one more specific answer to your operating profit. Now the current run rate since the last 2 quarters, EBITDA it is around 6 crores per quarter. I was seeing the number. So can we assume that Manish ji, ye 6 crore mota moti, you can easily sustain this 6 crores or slightly better it in the
Yes.
coming quarters?
No, it will be better than this for sure.
Okay,
It
fine.
will be much
ठीक
better
है.
than this. Yes, yes.
Okay. And
So there were a lot
in
of
fact,
challenges. I
can
would say, sorry. I'll just interrupt here. I see there was a lot of challenges in the COVID situation in the quarter one and the quarter two. A lot of situation overcome. So I think we will try to do better things.
Okay, fine, good.
Yeah.
Manish ji, one more thing I wanted to know. You have mentioned in your presentation that I think you got around 400, 500 clients. Now, which are the top 10, 15 clients which actually give you the maximum amount of revenue? If you don't give us the names, at least, what is the contribution of the top 10, 20 clients to your overall turnover?
So our mostly top 20 clients are giving us around 80% business.
Okay, fine. So basically, it's like the 80-20% rule,
It's a 2080 rule only. 2080 rule.
okay,
We
okay.
are following that rule only.
Okay. And Manish ji, any new clients have you managed to bag, or maybe some tenders have been given to some clients where possibly the client, the company can become your client maybe in the very near term? Any possibilities like this?
So yes, in the last 3 months, we have added so many new clients.
Okay.
As like after November, there was a good slowdown in some of the sector. So it was a big opportunity for us to develop new customers, and we would like to retain the good customers who was giving us good margin.
Yeah.
I mean, like that, we would like to keep them as I mean, like our customers.
Okay.
So that will be in the this same quarter, and this quarter we'll have the choice of that.
Okay. Fine. And Manish ji, tell me one thing now on a broader basis, all the businesses, packaging business, basically the hospital part business, the auto business. What is your broad thought process that over the next, say, 1 year, or, at least in the medium term, what is the kind of outlook you see now? Now, COVID has, more or less gone, normalcy has happened, vaccination has started. So, from a business standpoint of view, how do you see the business outlook for all these three segments? If you can just share your thoughts.
So see, all sectors will definitely will grow, but right now, as a Mitsu, we will have a focus on two major sectors, which is one is a packaging,
Hmm.
and the second one is a hospital furniture. This we
Okay.
are the right now. These two sectors are major focused area.
Okay. So basically, these two sectors will be the growth engines for you. You're saying over the next, say, medium term, hospital parts business as well as the packaging business, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, Manish ji, one question which I wanted to know, from my knowledge and the, participants, who are there going to be watching this show. I think, geographically, which are the markets where, the company is very strong, and which are the markets where a company is making efforts to improve its market share? Can you give us some geographical, picture,
For Mitsu.
Yeah, for Mitsu, for overall, for all the products, basically for
So,
packaging, is it only inclined towards Western India or Northern India? Typically, how well spread is the company's business geographically?
okay, so in a hospital furniture, we are supplying to all over India. So you can say from Jammu to Chennai and
Okay,
Calcutta to Bombay, all
okay,
the areas we are supplying, and because that is a possibility in that segment. Even we have some export inquiries as well.
okay,
For packaging business, there is a one challenge. So it's all a bulgy items.
exactly.
So we need to look around the market nearby 200 kilometers only, about
Okay,
200 kilometers to our factory,
okay,
which
okay,
will be more viable. Yes, we
okay,
do supply 400, 500, 600 kilometers also, but that's a
okay,
very it's a hardly 5 or 6% business.
okay. So basically, in the packaging business, you say the reach has to be around 200-300 kilometers, which you
200
all are
or
doing.
300 maximum. 200 or 300
Okay.
maximum. Yes.
Okay. And hospital part, you are basically, you are having a virtually a pan-India network. What you are trying to
Yes,
say?
it's a flat product, so it is possible to send it through transport and other mode of transport.
Okay. And just to get for our knowledge, this hospital part business, can you give us some idea about how big this market is? Like, you all have been existing in this market for a long time, but
Yeah,
opportunity size kitna bada hoga? I mean, over the next, say, 2-3 years.
see, I can say it's a capital industry, so nobody knows how much you're going to expand in that, because now in the COVID situation, so many hospital grew in a different mode.
Exactly.
So yeah, and sometimes I'm like it was a slack. So you never
Exactly.
know. I'm like seriously, if you ask me, I mean like, no idea about the exact amount numbers, but
Exactly.
it's like something different space.
Okay. But steady normal conditions, Manish ji, let us assume COVID goes. I mean, what is the kind of, can we expect 15-20% growth in this business? Normal condition mein.
Yes, we are doing that. We are doing that. At least 10% growth. Yes, at least
Okay.
10% growth.
Okay.
That's a
Okay. So basically,
minimum. Yes, definitely.
okay. Okay. And one final question which I would like to ask you, is that now we have done a very strong performance in the first 9 months compared to the last 12 months of fiscal year. What is the kind of outlook when you said FY22? Can you give us some idea that this 250 crores which you mentioned, that on full capacity you can achieve. Now you are 138 crores for basically for last year. The top line has increased by almost 57% in the third quarter. So can we assume that hopefully this 200 crore turnover kind of number, you know, on a very very broad level? I mean, I'm not asking you a specific number, but can we assume that aspirational target from you that for FY22 we can possibly look at this number on the top line side?
I can say only one thing. You will find better numbers.
Okay, so basically, you are confident of bettering this number, you mean? Okay.
Yes, yes,
I mean,
yes.
that is really good to know. In fact, on the other side, Manish ji, I would like to know now, since you all are, a listed company, I mean, how is it that you plan to reward the shareholders? Because public issue has happened, the company has delivered also very good numbers. So, any thought process on the dividend policy plus shareholders ko, thoda sa, or, how do you plan to reward them? Because finally, everybody is looking at, your numbers, your profitability, your commentary which is coming, which is very encouraging. And I can tell you honestly that this numbers, if it gets improved every quarter, definitely nobody can ignore your company for long. So what would be your thought process for shareholders? What would be your message?
See, I think we are a dividend paying company from last around 15 years. So definitely that will be remain the same. I mean, like that history will continue. About other things, maybe it is not right time to speak right now. But definitely,
What could be the dividend payouts? Basically profit में से कितना dividend payout shareholders को मिल सकता है, वो थोड़ा idea बताइए.
no, I can't say that because that will be against. I mean, like, and unless and until we discuss in the board, I mean, like, cannot discuss. So definitely, yes. After this
Okay. Okay.
main numbers, yeah, definitely we will discuss.
Okay, fine. I think Maniji, thank you very much, and really congratulate you and best of wishes for your company in the future. Also, we'll definitely like to track you, and best of wishes to you and the entire company team. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.